Hey, Todd and Aaron here. Good morning on the daily stream on Gephardt.com.
GephartDaily.com.
That's wait, hang on.
Okay,
hang
this
on,
is
hang
why
on.
he's here now.
They are not Gephardt approved yet. They're still working on it.
See,
Out of the way, Bill.
always there. He's always watching.
Oscars. Let's talk about them.
The Academy Awards were so much fun last night because I knew La La Land was going to kick butt, and
Right.
so I'm completely happy because it's one of those glorious happy movies instead of like one of the grim British period dramas where they go, everyone's dead.
And 45.
And then they win.
45 minutes of watching an apple sour.
Yeah, pretty
right?
much.
Uh-huh.
No, and it was gorgeous. The dancing, everything. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling. I was excited about Hidden Figures, though. I mean, number one, do you remember this is the story about the African American women?
Oh, I
who
love this.
Were in the NASA space program.
right.
Yeah.
Mathematicians.
Exactly, and this is back when everyone mistook them for the cleaning ladies, and
Right.
they had to go through that whole thing. And the thing that was coolest about it, though, is not that they made the film, because they do that, but then they go, well, we're not going to promote it. It's like,
But they
They
did, didn't
did. They really pushed it, and they made it matter. Manchester by the Sea, I don't know if you saw the red carpet interview with Casey Affleck, but I'm like, oh, honey, I feel you, because Todd and I had to interview him when they debuted Manchester by the Sea up at Sundance.
And doing that in Sundance is painful because
Yeah.
we stand out in the snow.
Yeah, so I've got mascara running down my face, and John Hamm was with him, who's one of his co-stars, and he's trying to answer the questions, and he looks at me and goes, the film really moved you, didn't it? I'm like, yeah, it wasn't the frostbite at all. The movie was really beautiful.
All right, so before we talk about more movies, by the way, Oscars, I like to call it the show that shows me all the movies I've never seen.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why don't you admit this? Why don't you tell them the last 3 movies we've seen? Because we've been out there.
I had to play the Scary Mommy drinking game last night with this because it talks about replace every movie that's being nominated for an Academy Award with the child's film you last watched, which is pretty
Right.
much our case.
Yeah.
We saw Moana, we saw Trolls.
Kids.
We did see Kubo and the Two Strings, so I feel like
Kids.
that did add something.
Right.
And then the last one was the Batman Lego movie.
But that really moved me.
Yeah.
Batman.
Well, he learned you have to work together, and it's like he had to learn. He had to tell the Joker, "I hate you. You matter to me. I hate you." And it was very crucial.
So you're saying they come together like the Lego blocks come together. So anyway, so the who won? Who was the big one? La La, right?
Yeah, La La Land, big
Okay.
time. I'm so happy. Okay, by the way, there is more news. We've got also weather and traffic with our delightful teeny tiny Daisy. It's brought to you by Hillside Tire and Sandy. This is right here, right off 106th South. Daisy, what's going on, sweetie?
Residents in West Valley still in a state of shock after waking up Sunday morning to find their cars had been torched. Police say at least 5 vehicles were burned and another dozen burglarized near 3100 South and 3800 West. Damage is estimated at more than $50,000. And the parents of 14-year-old Desiree Turner say their daughter is now out of a medically induced coma 1 week after being shot at by 2 16-year-old Cache County boys. Police say the boys lured Desiree to a dry canal bed where they shot her and left her for dead. The boys are now facing aggravated attempted murder charges and may be tried as adults. And a little bit of weather, the temperature is now a fairly mild 40 degrees with a low of only 30 overnight. Snow's expected to impact Monday morning's commute, particularly for those in central and northern Utah. So give yourself a little bit of extra driving time. And at the moment, the I-15 is looking very clear, both northbound and southbound. No real driving problems at this time since everybody's pretty much at home watching the Oscars. That's what's making news at this hour on the morning stream. For the latest in news and entertainment, go to GephartDaily.com. Todd and Aaron, back to you.
Thank you, our lovely Daisy. She's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom, brought to you by the law offices of Robert J. DeBry. Okay, go ahead, talk about it.
All right, I want to do this. I'm the cook in the house, and I do the shopping and stuff. So when I find a new food, like a brand new food, I bet you no one's tried it out there. Brand new food, you got to go check it out. And because Aaron doesn't like hot food.
Well, it's like everything you like is like food based on a dare. Why? Why does that have to be like that? Why do you have to have imminent injury in order to enjoy a meal?
So I'm at like a 6, 1 to 10. What's the scale they use?
Is it the Kelvin scale? No, that's earthquakes.
That's the other one.
That's volcanoes.
It's
Wait. It's the
Scoville, right.
Scoville scale.
But you say it like this, because it's really hot. So 1 to 10, and I'm about a 6. Aaron's about a
0.
About a 0.
A -2.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's a new pizza in town, and it is unbelievable. We went there yesterday. Watch this.
Hey, it's Todd and Aaron here for GephardtDaily.com. When it comes to pizza, the Pie is the only place in Utah where you take your friends.
Wait. There is something diabolical going on, and we're going to go test it out.
Something dark.
Let's go.
I thought it was way too hot.
Thank you very much.
Including the unpleasant effects of diarrhea and or vomiting.
Water doesn't help, by the way.
No, water doesn't help.
More beef and more linguiça on it.
Is that helping you?
It has a lingering effect, the fiery effect. If you wake up at 4 in the morning, you remember the waiver you signed.
Burns on both ends.
Several years ago, my little brother ordered an actual raw ghost pepper through the mail.
Palmer's the co-owner and the chef at the Pie Pizzeria, and he is the man with the plan when it comes to menu items.
And I thought it'd be funny to put it in some biscuits. And instead of people like hating it and being mad at me, they loved it.
Palmer says it was this event that inspired a fiery culinary creation.
It's actually not a pie, it's a special dough. And it's called the Apocalypto. No oil, we grind them up. They're ground up ghost peppers.
Now, ghost peppers, according to pepperhead.com, are the 7th hottest peppers in the world. They come in at over 1 million SHU, or Scoville heat units. Now, to compare, a jalapeno comes in at only 8,000.
Our cooks actually wear masks and gloves when they make this pizza dough.
In fact, this dough is so hot, you have to sign a waiver before it even touches your lips.
And could trigger stronger intestinal contractions and discomfort.
But Palmer did not ignore taste for the sake of spiciness.
It actually makes the food taste better. I mean, the heat of it is actually pretty mild. You can get a pizza, you can get calzone. Probably the hottest form is the breadsticks, the pull-aparts. Yeah, those are coming out of the oven here real soon.
After a little egging on, we decided to give it a shot.
Not so bad.
See?
How you doing, hon? You feel the endorphins? I went to cheat, so I brought some milk.
There you go.
Right out of the jug.
Both of you are sweating, you know that, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's the glow.
It was painfully delicious, but I could only get through 2 bites. Regular patrons like Isaac Hart say,
I thought it was a little too gimmicky and too hot, but the recipe has tamed a little bit.
At first, we did different things which made it too hot. We wanted it to be hot enough that it would live up to the name, but not so hot that people wouldn't order it. Believe it or not, people actually love it.
Well, there you go. That wasn't so bad.
Are you kidding?
No.
All right, this is the Apocalypto, and you can only get it at the Pie, all the locations, and this is the ghost pepper crust that probably has finished off my esophagus.
Cheers. You know, this is making me hungry all over again.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It was like the killer gluten.
It's so good.
You know what's funny though? I was watching you and Palmer, and you can see that in the video,
Right.
but you both were like sweating, and it was like some sort of weird old Western shootout, except for like with sweat, because you'd both keep eating, and
You know, whatever your fantasies are, just leave them at home.
yeah, never mind. That's okay. Okay, so let's be honest.
Right.
Let's be honest. I did tap out after like
2 bites. 2 bites.
You had at least 5 or 6 breadsticks.
I did.
What next morning?
I'm now Catholic.
It's so wrong.
Started praying.
You know, for anyone who's gone to the U of U, isn't it nice to see the basement again? I mean, that's the old
Of the
school
pie.
pie restaurant where we
Right.
all wrote our names on the wall, and we're all in there somewhere, and there's layers upon layers
It
of
is.
graffiti over the years.
It's really cool.
It's very cool. Oh, if you're not hungry yet, you will be now. Nothing Bundt cakes. Have you ever had a Nothing Bundt cake? This is not like the cheesy, tired stuff that maybe one of your aunts brought to one of your family picnics. These are rich, thick, dense, moist Bundt cakes made with incredible stuff. I mean, they have lemon, they have chocolate chip, they have the red velvet, which is my personal favorite, white chocolate raspberry, flavors upon flavors, and then the rich, thick cream cheese frosting. Frosting so delicious that you would throw a small dog into the abyss in order to...
Let me help you here.
No, it's really good. 106 South and State Street. All you have to do is go down to April's store, Nothing Bundt Cakes. It's right across from the Southtown Mall.
All right, so we're going to talk about the Beatles.
Now, this is interesting. I never realized that you could actually have a Fab Four group that had been together longer than the actual Fab Four. But that's right.
Right. Should we take a look at it?
Yes.
All right, here they are. Coming to Salt Lake, by the way. All right, this is rated a tribute to the Beatles, and you guys have been around for how long?
The group has been around for, 38 years, I think.
Longer than the Beatles themselves. That's amazing.
Yeah.
When you reinterpret some of the music, how does it impact you? What makes you focus more on one song or another, or what do you want to change or alter to make it more meaningful to today? Do you know what I mean?
It kind of speaks for itself. I mean, the music is timeless, and this is one of the greatest rock albums ever made. It's the first concept album ever made. So people really relate to so many things in the songs as we do. You know, we're super fans first before we even take the stage dressed as them. So we share so much in common with the audience.
One of the most interesting things about performing as the Beatles, do you go through, like, is there an artistic side to this that's more actor than musician? Do you have to, like, channel part of who you are?
The costuming, by the way, is incredibly right on, by the way. I was looking at some of the videos, and it's unbelievable.
We were kind of curious because, you know, especially since you are focusing on the 50th anniversary of the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, we actually have the daughter here of the man and woman who designed the actual album cover, and we kind of wanted to introduce Daisy.
Come on over.
Come on over, baby. Hello, guys. Scoot in.
Can you see them? Can we switch it so we can see them? Oh, there she is. Hi. I want to see it.
What do you think, Daisy?
Fantastic. Your accents are good. Did you find that accent
Thank you,
hard
Tom.
to do, the Liverpool?
No.
No, you know,
I bought it
it's-
at the Beatles store. It's cheap now.
Yeah, it wasn't very expensive. And you know, you watch a lot of YouTube and stuff like that, so it just kind of comes naturally.
Have you boys played in Liverpool?
I can't imagine the pressure of playing like, you know, the mothership has landed right where everything started. I think that the pressure would be crazy for that.
Oh, the excitement would be insane. We're actually playing a week at the Palladium in London in October.
Oh, gosh, that's going to
Yeah.
be fun. That's
I know.
a gorgeous place. You're going to love it.
I know. I can't wait. I'm so excited. And then I'm going to take a couple days to go up to Liverpool and definitely see their homes.
So, Daisy, any insights on the character of the early Beatles during that time that you could give them that might enrich the performance?
Oh, yeah, I will tell you something very important, actually. You boys know that Paul's not dead, right?
Paul said it best, didn't he? You know, when asked, "Are you dead?" Because no one told me.
All right, so Brain takes the stage tomorrow night. That's Tuesday, February 28th at the Osted Auditorium on the Weber State campus here in Ogden. The tickets are going to range from $20 to $50. It's going to be an unbelievable
That's a cool price,
concert.
right?
Seriously, with all the costumes and everything. Now, here's the thing. Do you remember we casually mentioned that Daisy's mom and dad were the ones who actually designed the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Heart Club Band album cover?
Can you believe how cool that is?
Seriously, we're going to talk to her in a few minutes. That's Jan Hadwith. She's just
That's
to hear
incredible.
about how the gig came about, you're
Right.
going to die. By the way, if you've missed anything today on the Todd and Aaron morning stream, you can always catch us on GephartDaily.com all day long if you want to finish out a video or hear about something we were talking about. Also, Todd and Aaron on Facebook. And welcome back to the morning stream. It's brought to you by Merit Medical. Today's morning stream, Merit Medical wants you to know this. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical, great products, great people, and a great company. And by Robert J. DeBry, the law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. And do not forget, my friends, Precision Garage Door. And Precision Garage Door of Salt Lake City provides repairs, new garage door installation, as well as openers. Precision
I didn't
Garage
know they had
Door,
openers.
locally owned, nationally backed.
Ours hasn't worked for 10 years.
Wouldn't it be nice if we could actually just click a button and maybe we could call them and it would open? And
Can't fit a car in our garage anyway. It didn't matter.
once we built that garage, how long did it take you to fill it up?
4 days.
So yeah, we got to park the cars in there for.
Remember how they looked though? It looked really cool.
It was really beautiful for
Yeah.
a full 48 hours.
Then we get
before-
stuff.
Yeah, okay, never mind. Let's go to teeny tiny Daisy. What's going on in the Gephardt Daily newsroom right now, my dear?
You're gonna have sponsor.
5 vehicles were burned and another dozen burglarized near 3100 South and 3800 West. Damage is estimated at more than $50,000. And the parents of 14-year-old Desiree Turner say their daughter is now out of a medically induced coma 1 week after being shot by two 16-year-old Cache County boys. Police say the boys lured Desiree to a dry canal bed where they shot her and left her for dead. The boys are now facing aggravated attempted murder charges and may be tried as adults. And a little weather for you. The temperature is a fairly mild 40 degrees with a low of 30 overnight. Snow is expected to impact Monday morning's commute, particularly for those in central and northern Utah. So give yourself a little bit of extra driving time. And at the moment, the I-15 corridor is looking very clear, both northbound and southbound. So should be safe travel for tonight. Also, since everyone's home watching the Oscars, I should think. That's what's making headlines at this hour on the morning stream. For the latest news and entertainment, go to GephartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
It is the cutest thing ever.
So evidently our show's a hit.
We're extra compelling. Okay.
Great show to nap by.
Now, you saw Teeny Tiny Daisy in the segment with Ring with the Fab Four, and this is true. Her mom and dad actually were the designers of the Sgt. Pepper Lonely Hearts Club Band album cover.
How cool is that?
Now, Jan Howarth lives here in Salt Lake City. Did you know last year she was given a key to the city?
I know.
It was for artistic accomplishments, and if you haven't seen this, you know this one, right? It's at 4th West and 250 South, that beautiful mural.
Right, yeah.
Her mom did that. Actually, I guess we should call her mum because.
But
how
after you do
British.
that album cover, isn't it really all downhill from there?
I don't know.
I mean, it really is.
She's achieved amazing heights down at the Leonardo, but Daisy actually got to interview her own mom about this, and I think it's so cool. You have to have a look.
The Sgt. Pepper cover was 1967, and Peter, Blake, and myself were asked by the Beatles, would we design the cover? We met with them and talked through ideas and constructed this concept. Peter had the idea of making a crowd behind them. I had the idea that I didn't want a graphic designer to put any lettering on it, so I wanted it done in the flowers and on the drum. I think Peter first thought he would do it as a collage, and I suggested that we did it as a set because coming from the kind of Hollywood mindset, I thought it was nice to have the Beatles walk in and you take a photograph of the whole situation as a live thing. So that's the way we did it. That piece came together with all sorts of lurches and problems and so forth about, John wanted to put Jesus Christ on there and Hitler. And both Peter and I thought that was, not a good way to go. And, we had a shift in the fact that I was going to put some of my figures in the front row, but we really wanted to have Madame Tussauds figures because they were far more realistic, and we didn't know if we could get Tussauds until the very last minute. In fact, we did, and we got these wonderful waxworks that made the front row. The conceit was that in the film industry, you have a small distance and you want to create a fabrication of something. You can do photographs and then put a three-dimensional frontage on that makes the photographs look as though they're real. So it was it wasn't looking amazingly real, but that was kind of part of it, that it was a kind of faux Hollywood set.
Wasn't that so cool seeing her interview her own mom?
Did you see her expression is like, this is so awesome right now. This is amazing. She was telling me a story the other day because they worked so much with so many of these bands. She has a picture of her on vacation when she was like, maybe 5-ish. They're on vacation with Pete Townsend.
Right.
From The Who.
Because he's around.
Okay, this is how awesome Teeny Tiny
him.
Daisy is.
Right.
Right? Okay, now speaking...
And she was really young when that happened. I should say that because that's an important
thing. She was
thing.
tiny, 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 tiny. Yes.
I'm trying to see how bad my vision is.
Please take those away.
Oh, we got a favorite TV show now. It was so cool. Who said we should watch this?
I actually wanted to see it because I love zombies, but it was the Santa Clarita Diet, Drew Barrymore and Timothy Olyphant, who Todd now loves. But we have a limited lifestyle. So basically our idea of a date is we go down to the basement and we've told the children there's spiders there so they won't come down. And then we sit there on the bed and we kind of boot up Todd's tiny iPad and we watch Netflix.
So a lot of people Netflix and chill. We Netflix and snooze, and that's basically our lives.
It's super romantic.
So anyway, the Drew Barrymore produces this.
It is the funniest
Oh,
thing ever. Now look at
it's so
look at the
funny.
promo. It looks like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a Nutrisystem commercial.
Yeah, look.
Everyone is asking me, how is it that I feel younger, more energetic, and sexier than I have in years? It's the Santa Clarita diet. After the first day, I knew this wasn't like any other diet. I satisfy all my cravings and eat whoever I want, and I only eat the foods that deserve it. This one was a real Ready to take your life to a whole new level of wow? The Santa Clarita diet. The first month is free.
That's so funny.
But it was so good. So we started with the first one, and Timothy Oliphant is her husband. Now he was in Justified on FX.
Grinders.
And he was one of the villains in the Die Hard movies.
But he does this thing where he clenches his teeth. Everything's okay, hon.
And
It's
he's
just
like,
hilarious.
We can't kill people. We're certified realtors. But it's adorable. So basically, he has to feed her habit now that she's
Whoa, spoiler.
a zombie.
You can't tell them all about the thing.
Yeah, I can.
No.
No, because it's all the different ways they have to kill people in order to
Sorry.
make sure she's still fed. And she'll
Yeah.
be nibbling on fingers, and it's like the most
I
troubling
tried to
thing
help
ever.
you. You didn't help me.
No, but so we're
All
so
right, that's not. Don't tell them any more about it.
so we're so immersed in how many? I think there were 10 episodes, right?
Here's the curse. Here's the curse. You get Netflix and you start going through and you get hooked on a show, right? And hopefully it's a show like Orange Is the New Black. So they've done season after season after season. We didn't know that, so we start watching this, and all of a sudden we get down to episode 10, and then we scroll down and it's like,
Where's the next one?
what happened? It's like our show broke up with us.
I actually felt violated. I'm like, what do you mean we're done? Because they're supposed to be.
And
so,
nowhere to go.
Now, so we've learned this. Now, by the way, if you're watching us on Facebook Live, welcome. We're really glad you're here. You can see us on Facebook Live on Todd and Aaron's Facebook page.
sorry about that.
Todd Aaron Collard's Facebook page.
Sorry about that,
Gephardt
too.
Approved Facebook page,
Sorry.
or on GephardtDaily.com's Facebook
There is
page.
no hiding from us at this point.
But I was asking, we've been kind of asking, what's your favorite binge, your go-to binge show? Because now we're going to have to do something to distract
We
ourselves.
got to
till
find
next season.
something. It's killing me.
A lot of the girls were recommending Arrow. There were a lot of comments about the
Yeah,
unitard.
tight suit. Yeah, I get it.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you can never go
First
wrong
of all,
with
if you're
Marvel.
going to be a superhero, don't wear tights like that.
It's hard to carry.
No, you're exposed, and you don't have a hammer or a shield like Captain America.
I'm kind of voting for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because since it's a Marvel thing, there's every possibility that Chris Hemsworth as Thor will eventually, sometime, come and guest star. So I would.
You know, it's okay because I have a crush on Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada. So
I don't think we really want to get into politics right now. You're creeping me out. But the other one, they said Orange is the New Black. You talked about that.
Right.
They said Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. Janine said that you would totally love that
well,
one.
I had one.
Really?
Then I married her.
I don't want to know any more about that. And the Game of Thrones one, this is from Jennifer, and I feel so bad for her. She says, I came to Game of Thrones just this last season, and she goes, and it totally screwed me up because I started watching the back seasons,
Oh, you can't.
and it ruined everything
No.
because everything had been answered. She's like, I already know Khal Drogo's not going to live, so I don't even care anymore. It's really sad. So there you go.
All right. So anyway, the show was great. Just prepare yourself that you only have 10 episodes of that. All right.
Damn you, Netflix.
All right. So you know where we're going to be. You can come and see us. We're going to hunt you down anyway. And we'll see you tomorrow morning on the Todd and Aaron morning stream on
It's don't bring him
new.
in again. Don't
It's
bring him in
new.
again. It's GephartDaily.com.